Okay, so I realize that the title sounds weird, or it may sound like, what? That's not what we usually hear. We usually hear that we should document over create because documentation makes you better. And that's true. But this is my perspective. Hey there, my name is Henry Sierra, and thank you for clicking on this video. On this channel, or throughout these videos, you can find my journey through filmmaking as I am pursuing my passion through these videos. And besides watching my journey through filmmaking on this channel, you can also find anything that has to do with being a creative. Things that I'm learning along my journey, that way I could pass it along to you guys. Okay, so I realize that the title sounds weird, or it may sound like, what? That's not what we usually hear. We usually hear that we should document over create because documentation makes you better. So when you are starting out on this platform or starting out as a creative, I'm talking about like a few creations to a couple of tens of creations. Does that make any sense? Like 1 to 5 videos and 10 to 20 videos. If you're in that kind of realm, then this is good for you. Yes, it is really crucial to first document, and while you are creating, continue to document, which means basically do not shoot for the highest quality that you can, but shoot for a more moderate quality type of feeling with more work being done or accomplished. What I mean is you could spend a week on 1 video, or you could spend a week on 3 videos, and of course the quality will be diminished throughout those 3 videos rather than the video that you spent a week on, but at the same time that's going to help you dramatically with creativity, adaptation, like how this show is called. It'll help you with memory, with skill. You will learn a ton, and you will develop new methods, new ways to create simpler. But here's the rebuttal. So first there's documentation, and then there's creation. But once you get that documentation thing down, and I'm talking about, let's see, I'm at 140 something videos I think, and that's over the course of about a year. I just passed my 1-year anniversary on October 23rd. At first, during the first month, or the first and second month, I should say, I was uploading every day. I was just documenting, so the quality was not nearly as good as what I'm producing now. When I first started this channel, my only goal was to upload as much as possible and to just create as much as possible, because I knew that I haven't done this since high school, and then before that it was middle school. In between the times that I've done it, a couple of years had passed by, so I needed to regain that skill. But after I continued that for a year, my documentation then turned into adaptation in my thought process, my approach. I basically became a completely different filmmaker over the course of learning everything over this year, and that has allowed me to produce 3 films a week, but at a higher quality. And when I first started this channel, I was uploading vlogs, and those vlogs had a lot different kind of editing and dialogue and cinematography, and I was also spending a lot longer editing those videos. I still spend a long time editing these videos, but I do it a lot smarter now. What I got done in 8 hours then, I can get done in 3 hours now. So this is basically how this approach works. Once you have applied all of those aspects that I just talked about into your films and into the things that you're creating, after you've done the documentation kind of part of this journey, you will then be able to create things that are more specific to the thing that you are trying to go for. Now I know when you are starting out, sometimes it may be really hard to create videos that have a specific kind of feeling to them, and you'll notice that a lot of successful creatives on this platform, they have something specific that they talk about. That's what we call a niche, and that is something that I'm continuing to work on. I'm trying to get better at that, but I'm getting it a little bit better each and every time I make a video. But I wouldn't have been able to do that without the documentation. That documentation has helped me learn structure. It's helped me think a lot more creatively and dynamically, which has allowed me to come up with things that are more directional. Okay, now if you want to learn more about the kind of direction and niche kind of thing, you can go ahead and click, I think, right here. That should be where the card comes out. That's more about that in that video. I guess what I'm trying to say, without dragging on this explanation, is if you're trying to be a creative on this platform, you need to know how to think and act like a creative. And approaching the documentation before creation, that is one of the best ways that I think anybody would agree with when you are trying to become what you envision. Really, the only way to do that is to do it all the time, right? I mean, like, how do you learn to ride a bicycle the first time? You may fall the first couple of times and get a scrape on your knee, but you keep going because that thing is fun as hell. Okay, I hope I got my point across. I think I did, but I keep losing my train of thought because my mind is just in a million different places. But yeah, I'm going to end this video here now. I don't want this to be too long. So thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed, please like, subscribe, and turn on post notifications to never miss an upload. I do post on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, and I also do live streams on Sundays. Okay, so I will see you guys in my next post. Bye.